Humanoid AI. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was a good show, but they were debating whether or not the optimum kind of form factor of a robot is in humanoid form or in some kind of a specialized form. Like, for example, like a forklift, you could have a humanoid robot driving a forklift, or the forklift could be the robot itself, right?
Mm.
Or it could be like a spider or an octopus or something like that. So the question is, should robots be in humanoid form or something more specialized for specific tasks? I'm
Right.
kind of firmly in the humanoid camp, and I know Bob's on the other side.
Well, I'm not in that. I mean, when we were talking about this, I just brought in, Bauhaus and form follows function and function follows form. And that's that's the argument here, right? It's like, do you have a robot that looks like a human so people don't get paranoid about it? Or do you have a robot device that can think and be autonomous and do its own thing you don't have to think about? So those are the two extremes, I think. And that's why you see arms and legs on robots right now.
I think generalized forms, humanoids are really good for a generalized form, but we don't have 360-degree vision because our eyes are on the front of our head. We're predators. I've got a crap shoulder from using a mouse, from just stretching my arm out and doing this, and the actual just fulcrum effect has destroyed a nerve in my shoulder. So it's not an optimum form, but if it was to do general things, get a general robot in to do something, humanoid form is great. But if you need surgery, you want lots of little things to do something. If you want to fly, it's got to have wings or blades or something, some anti-gravity device, So, but generalized, I'm still surprised we have firefighters and soldiers, really. I mean, it costs like $4 million to train a soldier. It costs $3 million to build Asimo.
Right?
I think both are necessary. If you want a robot that deals with humans, make it humanoid. If you need function, but it's just a comfort value, just the comfort of it all. Well,
I think that's
people might be more uncomfortable with something that looks like them and is totally autonomous. But for function, just make it what it needs to be.
Like, we grew up with like the Jetsons and Rosie the robot and these sort of things. And I think it's because we don't trust robots like Terminator 2 or Isaac Asimov's, book, those sort of things. And so I thought it was a great idea when you guys were like, yeah, the forklift could be the robot. Why don't we have like a giant ass gorilla construction robot?
Yeah, they can elevate.
Yeah, but the hard part is transporting it, right? Like, whoa, we've got the window washer now, but it's the giant gorilla.
I think a lot of it is based on the limitations of technology and materials that are available now.
Craig make it crazy.
But I mean, the whole thing is, it's an evolving new conceptual idea that the general public, which has a cognitive awareness of a 2-year-old, it takes a long time for them to kind of get their head around it and not misuse it. So, I mean, we already have super realistic robotic women who have special functionality. They're very popular and they sell a lot of them.
You watched the video.
But that is not the usage for robotics in a long-term sense, but we still have to go through these phases. I mean, the internet, the first people that made money were the people that started processing porn and putting it on the internet, right? That was the first monetization, really.
Exactly.
Except for the military contracts for developing it. But, other than that.
Also, video was a very big part of the internet and that industry as well. Like, we wouldn't have multicam Zoom calls or even what we're using now without that part of humanity.
Well, there was a lot of innovation in that space, but just to close off the robot humanoid versus specialized form, my take on it is I wouldn't want a lawnmower that's a robot.
Yeah, dude, lawnmower man.
And a specialized dishwasher robot and mechanic robot. When I have all these tools, I already have a lawnmower. I already have a dishwasher.
So you need a delicate, is what you're saying?
So just one $30,000 figure
like
robot
or
Tesla bot.
Yeah.
And so
you have a multifunction.
It can do everything. So Of course, in a factory or in a, you'd start getting into the more specialized stuff, going into fabrication and surgeries and things like that. But for day-to-day use, like robots in the home or robots in a warehouse kind of thing, I think that a humanoid form is the best option, because a robot in that form is going to be the quickest to market at the highest scale, lowest cost.